Hey everyone, Coach Brian Foley here, accompanied with Coach Sam Smith. We're here to recap what we saw in 20.1. So Sam, what have you seen so far in 20.1?
Well, I know our guide, we predicted sub 10 would be top times, which are definitely elite times, but we are seeing some people in the 8-minute range, which is so impressive. Sam Briggs just posted like 8:01, which is insane.
Insane space, yeah.
Just doing the math and thinking of like the pace you're holding for that long is just really, really impressive. So, so that was one thing that I saw, which was cool to see that our predictions were still pretty close to what would be good scores, just probably a little bit lower than what we first thought. Another thing I'm seeing, kind of thinking about it from the other side of the spectrum, is a lot of people getting way ahead of themselves in the beginning of the workout and blowing up big time or hitting a wall hard at round 5, 6, where their splits just start dropping. So I think this workout has really challenged people to stay within themselves, kind of stick to their plan and being really disciplined to that, and really, really challenging people with that, because it's so enticing to come out of the gates fast with two movements that are very low skill, low complexity, and you can turn it over so quick that you push that too fast too soon, and now you're messed up for the rest of it.
Right, yeah. I found it was easy for a lot of athletes to get into like 45 seconds for the first round.
Oh, yeah.
Just naturally, right? Jazzed up. But seeing execution from the top athletes, they stuck to a game plan.
Yeah.
So you could watch their splits. They didn't have negative splits. They either held on to round 8, and then the last 2 you'd see a little bit of a time difference. But yeah, it's cool to see that structure and pacing is actually going to benefit you in 20.1 rather than go all guns a-blazing.
Yeah. I think some athletes might have said on social media that like, oh, I don't pace, we just went for it. And there's, of course, a few anomalies who are so talented and very unconscious that they can just push the gas, and the decrement in power is so minimal that it doesn't look like they're losing much, or they don't even feel like they're losing much. But then you talk to the masses, and those people need better sustained splits to keep power at as high as possible for them without going redline. And so that's where I think a lot of people who were disciplined or have put time in the off season, learning their engine, learning their paces, could definitely showcase this a little bit more than other workouts in the past for the Open.
For sure. I'm curious on your end, have you seen a big difference in clean and jerk scores to snatch scores?
That's a great question. No, I don't think so. I think I know one person who did clean and jerks, and he did really well on it. He was in the low 9s, but his body type was set up well for that. What I mean by that is he's a shorter guy, has very short arms, a very strong shoulder to overhead position and strength. So the drop in, let's say, endurance or power with this clean and jerk motion was negligible for him, which allowed him to keep his power up throughout the whole workout. So he was kind of an anomaly. I had a few other people do the clean and jerk who kind of fit that avatar, and I think it was more of a confidence thing, like they felt as though their brain wasn't having to work as hard with the snatch.
Yep, for sure.
With the taller people though, longer arms, longer legs, shorter torso, most of those people were doing snatches, and I think that was intuitively what they thought they were going to do. So I haven't seen like a huge change in scores based on that, but I'm sure some people felt more comfortable maybe doing one or the other. What about yourself?
I actually saw slower scores in the clean and jerk.
Okay.
And it was cool what you were talking about, how there's a little bit more confidence base there. And I think it's because it's the skill level, right? Less thinking, more doing. But I feel that the clean and jerk, because it's segmented in nature, you still have this gap where people may rest in the shoulder to overhead. And I think there's just more control with the snatch, and you can kind of just bend and rip. Whereas the clean and jerk, you have those components where it gets to the shoulder and pushing into overhead, the re-dip and push. So I actually saw slower scores. And I think we both said to go with snatch in the prep guide. So I'm glad that we did stick with that.
Yes.
Being benefit for athletes.
Yes. I know one of your athletes did really well on it. So why don't maybe you got some insights on his thought process, what the plan was, Yeah, just give us some thoughts on
Yeah, my athlete Rock. I'll let you guys check the leaderboard to check the score. Yeah, we've done thousands of burpees this year, thousands of burpees, and that was like I would say a strong suit in Rock's realm, but here. So getting the burpees, we did so many that burpees became walking, double unders of that nature to him. So, and he's built for touch and go barbells, thruster, shorter nature, stocky.
Well.
It moves well, very efficiently with the barbell too. So yeah, he kind of just put those pieces together, and it was really cool for him because he said he was able to just work.
Yeah.
He didn't think, it was just, this is the rep, this is the rep, this is the rep, this is the rep, and then he said he just fell over and rolled over at the end, looked at the clock in the 8-minute time room.
Yeah.
So,
It's awesome.
You as well, we have some 8-minuters as
Yeah,
well
female.
as some
Yeah.
9-minuters as well.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. No, same idea. Definitely set up well to do well on the workout, meaning shorter height, shorter limbs, which that definitely will play a part. You'll look at the leaderboard and you'll see people. Sam Briggs is definitely an anomaly, but you'll even see in the females, there will be, and of course I say this and there are anomalies, so don't take this as like gospel that if you're tall, you're gonna do worse, and if you're short, you're gonna do better, because it's not black and white. But due to physics, you will have a discrepancy in power and ability to sustain that power based upon how you're set up. So you're going to see people who are shorter who are potentially going to be able to sustain that power longer and come up with a better time. And so some of my shorter athletes definitely did, let's say, well for them relative to my taller athletes. And you just put two movements together where you can grip it and rip it, and you stay low to the ground. There's a lot of body movement, so less mass having to move over time, less work, less fatigue, faster times. So
for sure.
But yeah, thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions, write in the comments or send it to us. But otherwise, we'll see you Thursday for 20.2.